about what to avoid and to not get got before marriage. Now, there was something that came up in this class. Someone asked a question, and we were going through our curriculum, and we were like, you know what? This is a goodie that we just really can't keep because it is so for the masses. All right. What are some must-haves for your WAKIL? Because you know what? If I marry you and I don't like you,
who's going to get the blame?
It's my WAKIL's fault. It's my WALI's fault. It's my daddy's fault. It's everybody's fault but my fault. Right. Okay, so Assalamu alaikum, Raida. Assalamu alaikum, Naeem. All right, we're glad. Please share it. Invite other people. First thing is, you know, your father, your uncle, your brother, they never lose their position to be your wali.
Or the right.
Right. You're the right. You said it correctly. They never lose the right to be your wali. However, this really might not be their strong suit, folks. I mean, we know people who have been Muslim all of their lives, and their father is their wali, but you know what? It's just not his skill set.
Right.
I mean, we're talking, you know, women who have been abused, thrown out of windows by husbands, and their father was involved in selecting this person from day one. Everyone has a skill set, and being a wakil or wali may not be it. Something you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, and it's up to you to know. And if you see, and this is what happens with some sisters, they will know or see that this ain't really right. Something's going on wrong here, or he's not saying something, but then won't say anything.
Especially when it's your daddy.
Right, and won't say anything and won't get your needs met. And then next thing you know, you wind up finding yourself in a relationship because, you know, my daddy said I should marry him. My daddy said he's a good brother. It's matter of fact, it's my brother's friend. You know, he's been a part of our family for a long time. We can come up with all kinds of excuses and justifications. All kinds of excuses to be able to marry this person. But your wakil or your wali may need some help. Because, sisters, when it comes down to it, your wakil or your wali, they don't choose who you marry. Right. You choose who you marry. You can never blame it. And we hear it so much. You know, I've been married twice. It's my wakil fault. I gotta get me another wakil. Right. It's my wakil's fault that, you know, I married this, but no, that's your fault. That's your fault. You are the one who still chose to marry this person. And you may not even ask your wakil certain questions or have him to go find out more things or certain things about this brother, you know. And so when you limit yourself to just what he is saying, regardless of just what he is saying, and without having some type of dialogue with him about what it is that you need and what needs you have or what some things that you are concerned about, and you don't have that type of conversation, you get done anyway. You get handled. That's how Hassan was saying. You get handled. Because even though your wakil or your wali is a man, they literally need to be speaking for you. Exactly. They are your voice. They need to be speaking for you. So the first thing is that your wakil or your wali may need help. This might not be their skill set. Right. Secondly, quit blaming that man. They do not choose who you marry. You choose who you marry. Now, this last one is for the brothers in the house. I see a few. Right. Arthur, Khalil, Naeem, Darius. This part, Daryl just joined. This is for my men in the house. Sometimes you get a person, a sister whose wakil or wali is weak, and you know it. And you know he's weak. You know he's weak. You know he doesn't have the skill set. You know he don't know what he's doing. It's like, he's not going to ask me such and such. No, he's not. He doesn't even know it, because you know what you would want someone to ask if it were your daughter or your family member. You know he's not up on game. Mm-hmm. Now, just because he isn't up on game, it doesn't mean that you get to run game.
Right, and you don't get to circumvent the process. You don't get to go around him. You don't get to use him. You don't get to manipulate him. You don't get to, and ignorance is not bliss. In this situation, you don't get to go about this situation because he is ignorant and you think you can enjoy the bliss based upon his ignorance. No, you still have a responsibility and accountability to yourself to make sure, because here's the other problem that you do this, because he doesn't know to tell you certain things about her. Mm-hmm. You know, so while you really think you getting around and I ain't got to do this, and then next thing you know, man, you come up with this woman that now is, you know, Jekyll and Hyde.
Mm-hmm. And you wonder, how did
I get caught up with this? Why didn't you tell me this? No, he didn't tell you because you did the ass. You knew that he was weak, and you just went with the process.
Right, because you wanted to marry her, and you like, shoot, he not gonna ask me about this? Well, good, I'm straight. Right. This is going to be easy. I'm going to get to marry this woman. And you know what? The same way they're not asking things of you, trust and believe. They withhold the information from you too. So right. That's how you get one where it's like, oh, snap. I didn't know she was going to roll out like that. Mm-hmm. Because you tried to take advantage of the situation, and you, in turn, brothers, this is how you get got.
Exactly.
So, and this is even for those who may not be Muslim. You know, because you still need to go, and you need to go to a woman's family, and you need to speak to her relatives, or you need to speak to her father, and you should be her brothers, and you should be getting honest information about who this woman is. Mm-hmm. Because I know, because we do all our couples counseling together, I know that men understand men in a way that another woman will never get it. Never get it. This part is so key. So don't think that when you just sit back and you lay back a little bit that you good and that you know you've gotten in the door. No, there are still things that you need to do. Raida said, I believe a qualified elder female should be included in the process also. It's interesting that you say that, because one of the things that we recommend in regard to finding wakils and walis is an elder. Right. And if you get an elder, if you find you an old head from the community who's married, his wife is very likely to be willing to offer some insight and to, you know, take you up underneath her wing.
And not only that, even offer, because we know that the position of or the thing of wakil or wali will always be a man. But that doesn't mean that a woman's input
can't be given. Let's go back to the first one. The wakil, you may need help in this process. Your wakil or your wali is not your only source.
Right, and so she may come in. She may be able to advise you on what to say, or advise him on what he can do, or some things that he can follow up on, or whatever the case may be. So I'm not saying dismiss a woman from the equation of being helpful to a man. Obviously, a man is going to be the one who be the wakil wali. So I want to be clear about that. But yeah, can you get some help from an elder sister who knows what to think about, who can mentor and guide you, and also even speak with this brother or speak on your behalf or tell what to say on your behalf? Sure, I encourage it, actually.
Because this is one of the mistakes that we make. We go get, you know, I'm let's say I'm 28, 32, somewhere in that range, and I go get cute little single Tariq to be my wakil, because he cute, you know, and he said he'd be willing to do it. Tariq, he your age. He don't know no more than you do.
Mm-hmm.
There's some benefit of going to get to have access to your elders. We have such a wealth of free information within the community. The other part of this is one of the things that I commend Hassan so much about when he's doing what I call the WAKIL thing, because he's been doing it for such a long time. He is going to tell any man who comes and approaches him for the women that he speaks for, he'll tell them, she's good about this, she's good about this, but I'm going to tell you, brother, look for her to do this. You're going to have to be patient with this. And I can tell you about this. He's honest. He's honest about it. You really do want to know what it is that you're getting. And this goes back to what I was saying. If you're not sharing all your information, do know someone is withholding something from you. Okay, Maimuna said, my Wakil and his wife are both part of my process. It's the greatest way to do it. We commend it, we recommend it, we commend you for doing it, but this is the way most people don't do it. Because again, we have seen women get, especially when it is a family member, because my dad said I should marry him, or it's my brother's friend, and we don't want to, out of respect, out of love, I don't know what it is. I don't think I'm wired that way. Maybe I got too much mouth.
Whatever. I ain't gonna get in that one. I'll let you, matter of fact, with that, I'm gonna let you keep talking. How about that?
Well, you gonna let me keep using that big mouth I got. Where they will just go along with the decision, and do know that your silence is considered your approval. If you don't say nothing, folks think that you're cool with it.
You know, and so you really have to speak up, and you have to know. And that's when you have advisors for yourself, not, you know, your homegirl or whatever the case may be. You have people who are experienced. And I ain't talking about the young sister who's been married 3-4 times. No, I'm talking.
She's experienced, but not
the kind you want. You know, so I'm talking about, you know, some older heads who's been around, who know some things, possibly know some things. Now, obviously, we want to make sure that those things are based upon, you know, the legislative scriptures or whatever the case may be, or whatever it is that you follow. I'm not telling you to come off the head with whatever it is that you're trying to do, but let that person have some wisdom on that knowledge, so they can be able to guide you and steer you in the right way. And then not only that, maybe in that whole process, pull that brother's coat. So, okay, this sister ain't no joke, so let me get it together. And that's okay, because the reminder benefits the believer. You know, it ain't like, you know, this sister so and I'm whatever. No, it's okay. That's a mirror for me. A believer is a mirror to another believer. So at that point, if I see something that she's doing that's correct, then I can correct myself and get right. And then you meeting in the right road, you meeting in the right way, inshallah.
Okay, so we want to be mindful that you cannot blame your Wakil or Wali if this stuff doesn't come out right, y'all. And there are some key things that you can do. I don't want anyone to think that, you know, it's like, what's up? Do they have just stuff flying around in their house? No, we have a kitten named Mackenzie, and Mackenzie thinks that my curtains are for her entertainment. And that has been Mackenzie back there playing with the curtain during this entire video. So y'all please excuse Mackenzie.
Well, why you gotta give her a public announcement for Mackenzie?
Because you know what, I am going to tell you, Mackenzie has climbed, you can't see what I see. Mackenzie is having a really good time hanging from the bottom of that curtain. And my curtain is all twisted up back behind your head.
Okay.
All right, so let us know what you think in the comments. Share this video. And we'd love to hear from you. You can always find us at www.hassanandnaiva.com.
And give me a thumbs up for Mackenzie, too, I guess. A like for Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.